Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day's going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Jonathan Dent. Happy New Year, Jonathan. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
You've been a busy guy.
Oh, yes. Been all over the place today and this week, but I'm here now.
You're here now. We're going to grab on to you. Like we're going to grab on right now before we get into our weather particulars. Steve Anderson over at Baird & Company. Steve, good morning. How are you?
I am quite well, and you?
Very good, very good. I hope the market is as good as we feel.
I'm going to say not quite. It's not ill, but it's not feeling quite as sporty as we are.
There you
go. Right now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is at 37,479. That puts it down 236 on volume of 295 million shares. NASDAQ's down 116 at 14,649, volume 391 million shares.
And our ticker tip?
Well, our tip today is this is probably shouldn't come as too big of a surprise if we get a little bit of a correction to start the month here anyway, because we had a really good Santa Claus rally to end last year, and we wound up with the best year since 99. Excuse me. Since 19, and nobody was expecting it. So maybe we'd be best off if nobody expected another good year, huh?
I'll second that.
Yeah. Right now we're just plugging along, getting a little bit of downdraft. Some of the stocks that had been hot at the end of the year are not now. And we're just, I would like to say running in place, but I had a manager once that told me if we're just running in place, we're actually going backwards. So,
yep. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, so.
But not much, sir.
Well, hey, okay, it's manageable, but don't keep going, all right? Just.
All right, I'll do my best.
Right in the ship. For more information, we need to talk about, especially getting all the ducks in a row here as we take a look at 23 and what we got to do for 24. How do we get a hold of you, Steve?
Well, you can call us right here at Baird & Company in Saginaw, where the telephone number is 989-790-5724. You can reach the Midland location at 989-839-9035, or you can find us on the web at rwbaird, that's BAIRD.com, and then you can find either branch in any of the reps that you want.
Steve Anderson, you have a great day. We'll talk to you again tomorrow, all right?
Sounds good to me, Terry. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Steve Anderson over at Baird & Company. There you go, Jonathan. You got all your stocks lined up here now?
Probably should.
Reap the profits. I hope. Well, the credit card bills are going to be coming here pretty quick for Christmas, so you better. What have we got temperature-wise right now? What are we looking at?
Well, right now out at the airport under cloudy skies, we're looking at 34 degrees. Downtown Midland's at 33. Here at Radio Center, we're still looking at 32 degrees. We got some wind out of the west. That's giving us a little bit of a wind chill, 27 degrees right now.
Thank goodness that wind went down. It was a little brisk out there yesterday.
Yeah, and with the precipitation this morning, it was chilly.
Yeah, and it glazed over on some of the roads, especially the secondary roads. We have had some reports over in the Thumb where there have been some accidents. So my guess is they're getting a little bit more than just some light drizzle. Others, the pavement is pretty much dry. So it's not all that bad. Zilwaukee Bridge was a little interesting this morning. Driving behind a truck and a couple of cars getting all sorts of pebbles thrown up in my face. I'm assuming it was salt, but I wasn't aware that they salted the Zilwaukee Bridge. I always thought they had to put something else on it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't drive down that way very often, so
for a very good reason. I'll tell you, you get up there with slippery roads and, oh, baby, that's something else.
Oh, yes.
What are we looking at? Not much warmer. Matter of fact, if we pick up another degree or two, that's going to be about it. We do have a low pressure system north of Lake Superior, and that eventually this afternoon is going to be pushing a front down through the lower peninsula. We are seeing on radar right now in the Flint area, just to the immediate east, and then to the west, we're seeing some isolated snow showers, snow flurry activity mixed in with some sleet. So if you are going to be traveling in that area, be advised you might just have plain and simple wet roads. But there's the potential there, especially later this afternoon when that front does go through. The wind direction is going to change. It's going to become more northwesterly, so you'll know when it moves through. It'll pick up a little bit, 10, 15 miles per hour, not out of the question as we get into later on this afternoon. But the key ingredient is going to be the cooler temperatures. And if there is going to be any moisture, and there will be some, it'll be in the form of a spotty flurry here and there. That's going to be about it. But those roads, especially, again, those secondary roads, will turn pretty slippery later this afternoon and into the evening hours. And the skies, especially after midnight, are going to clear off. We're looking for a low tonight of 22. So it is going to be a lot cooler. During the day tomorrow, we're looking for a high. I don't think we're going to hit 30 degrees. 29 is what I'm projecting. It does appear as though we're going to have a little bit better chance of seeing some sun. But as we go into the afternoon and especially into the evening hours, we'll see a few more clouds around. A high pressure system, which is currently north of the Dakotas, is going to drop down into southern Wisconsin as we go into the afternoon hours tomorrow, and then tomorrow night into West Virginia. That's going to in turn change our wind direction to a little bit more southwesterly. So during the day on Friday looks like the pick of the days when it comes to clouds or lack of them. We're going to be looking at some sunny skies on Friday, 35 for a high, which is about 5 degrees above normal, 26 for a low. Again, that's a good 5-6 degrees above average. Then moving into the weekend, Saturday, right now it looks as though more in the way of clouds because it is going to cloud up on Friday night. 26, as we said, for a low on Friday night. Saturday, it'll be in the middle 30s. And there is going to be a chance of some snow shower, snow flurry activity, especially later in the day on Saturday and Saturday night, upper 20s for a low on Saturday night. So it looks as though that's going to be the best case scenario weather for the eastern half of the continental United States, our weather. Because the further south you get, the messier it is. Tennessee Valley, southeastern part of the United States, the lower Ohio River Valley, they're going to be hit. They are going to get hit hard with a lot of precipitation, and all of that is going to be moving up the East Coast. Once again, they're going to be talking an inch or two of rain, if not more, especially in the Tennessee Valley and areas to the east and the north. And then once it hits the New England states, it will become a major snow producer for them there. For us, we'll see whatever happens because we're going to be on the northwest edge and eventually the western edge of that system. I don't think we're really going to see much of anything. For Sunday, we're looking for upper 30s for a high. So whatever precipitation we do get, if it isn't some snow showers early on Sunday, it's going to be mostly rain shower activity. Monday, upper 30s again. Tuesday, upper 30s. Another major system will be affecting the weather in the eastern half of the continental United States on Tuesday. So we're going to get a 1-2 punch Saturday and then on Tuesday with a couple of big systems. But fortunately for us right now, it appears as though it's going to be more liquid than it will be frozen. Now, for you snow lovers, I don't think you're really going to have a chance to see much snow at all. again, we're going to be looking at some fairly mild temperatures through that period, but we're looking for those temperatures to settle down a little bit, moving into the second half of the work week next week and into the following week, where temperatures will be ranging at normal, maybe just a tad below normal, but the precipitation pattern is going to be above normal. So, as we've said all the way along, look for the 10th of January. After that, I think things are going to be changing just a little bit.
Can we hold off a few more days on that? do you
I
think?
know
I
got
got some stuff.
you've got
that I
some
gotta...
stuff you got to take care of.
I want good news, Terry.
I'll give you some good news. Sunshine on Friday.
There
How
we
about
go.
that? Yeah.
I'll take it.
More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Coming up, who do we have?
We're going to be talking with Cody Harris from Star of the West. Then we'll head over to Doug Klein from Oppenheimer, and we've got a few more guests coming up after that. That's all ahead, but first, the weather report today brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. Remember, they are licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. And they are going to be a part of the Organic Expo that's going to be going on here the middle of January. We'll have a lot more information on that as we approach that event. You can reach their agents at the Sarr Agency directly on their cell for questions or emergencies, or you can give them a call in Reese at their office there, 989-868-4722. The Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. Along with us, Cody Harris over at Star of the West. And Cody, the market's mellowing out just a little bit today?
Well, compared to yesterday, I would say, yeah, we actually got a lone bright spot. Seems like soybeans have kind of turned the corner this morning. They're actually in the positive. Seems like corn's trying to keep up right there. Wheat's definitely kind of taking it here this morning, but not as much as we saw yesterday. I mean, kind of getting right into it right now. We got cash wheat that's down 7 at the moment, 560 on the white, 475 on the red. Looking at new crop wheat, that's down 5, 616 on the white, 536 on the red. Looking at cash corn, that's down 1 at the moment at 378. New crop corn, that's also down 1 at 432. And looking over at soybeans, I'll call cash soybeans up 2 at 1181. And new crop soybeans are up 5 at 1147.
So you think they're feeling guilty? They did a lot of damage yesterday, and now they're going to chill a little bit, or what's going on?
Well, there could be a little bit of that in play. I know that we're getting to a couple of resistance levels as far as corn's concerned, so that may be the kind of a little bit of buyback situation happening. Also kind of reading through some wires this morning, it seems, as far as soybeans are concerned anyways, it seems like there's some private crop scouts that are maybe a little more pessimistic on Brazil's soybean production than the USDA. It seems like some of the estimates I was looking at are between 150 million metric tons and 155 million metric ton range, when USDA in December on their WASDE report put it at 161. So I'm thinking that some traders and myself are thinking that the USDA could maybe cut their production estimate next Friday on their January report. So we might be seeing a little bit of bounce from that, more or less based on the really dry weather they had from September 1st all the way basically up until last week in that northern and central part of Brazil. But that's kind of what we've been talking about, it seems like, the last few weeks anyways.
Yeah. And we'll just keep talking about it. Because they change those numbers on the snap of a finger.
Mm-hmm. Got to have something to look at, Terry.
I guess. Cody, take care. Have a good one. All right.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you.
All right. Cody Harris over at Star of the West. Jonathan, who do we have up next?
We'll head on over to Oppenheimer and talk with Doug Klein. The market report today brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. The seasons are changing eventually, and so is the new Ram truck inventory at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth. 2023 HDs are still coming in, and the 2024 1500s are arriving. So if you're in the market for a new Ram 1500, a Ram heavy-duty pickup, a ProMaster van, or a Ram commercial truck, and you want to buy with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, it's time to go to Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. Market report also brought to you by Thumb Bank and Trust. They've been making agricultural loans since 1895. Farming today continues to offer challenges that are very demanding, and Thumb Bank and Trust helps you stay up to date on industry trends and the trends of your operation. Thumb Bank and Trust, now with 13 locations throughout the Thumb and in the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank and Trust, where relationships are built on trust. We say good morning to Doug Klein from Oppenheimer. Doug, how's it going?
Well, it's not too bad. How you doing?
Hey, we're doing pretty good. From what I understand, the big news as far as the world is concerned is one of the leaders of Hamas was assassinated.
He was replaced.
Yes, he was. As Rush Limbaugh said, he assumed room temperature.
Oh boy. Well, I don't know what to tell you about that, but the dollar is higher today, so that's not helping. One of the Fed governors came out and said, we can't really rule out an interest rate increase next year or this year now. So that was kind of sort of bad news. Don't know where that came out of the blue from, but it did. So that's not helping. Crude oil's up $2.16. That's supply concerns, something about Libya, that country that we haven't heard from in a long time. They wanted to be relevant again, so they're going to shut down some oil fields in Libya and do the dance on that thing. So over on the stock market, yeah, it's kind of ugly. Today is supposedly the last day of the Christmas trade, the Santa Claus trade, and putting these last 2 days, with the last 3 days of last year, we probably didn't get one. If you want an estimation, so we'll have to see if it lasts through January, and if it lasts through January, they say what happens in January happens throughout the year. So that's got some traders a little bit nervous. And the last thing, they are not prosecuting Sam Bankman-Fried. He's the crypto criminal for campaign finance fraud. All the money that he donated to those guys, that are in office.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically boils down to that's what the super PACs do all the time. And they don't want to convict that guy, because then if they convict him, then we realize that the other guys are guilty too.
Mm.
We don't have enough prison space for that.
The plot thickens.
Here we go.
There we go.
All right. Here's your numbers. The March corn is $4.63, down 3/4 penny. The July corn is $4.86.5, down 1 1/4. March soybeans, $12.75.5, up 2. July soybeans, $12.90.5, up 4. March wheat is $6.50 a penny, down 6 1/4. And the July wheat is $6.22, down 4 1/4. The crude oil, $72.63, up $2.25. Heating oil is $2.61, up 8.5 cents. Gasoline is $2.16, up 6 cents. And natural gas, $2.45, that's up 6.5 cents. And by the way, California court ruled that all of this outlawing of anything that consumes natural gas was, illegal. And so that's got the natural gas kind of sort of moving back counter trend. So we'll see if that and the weather can change the trend on natural gas, which is extremely bearish. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, US dollar buys $1.3360 Canadian, that's up 38 ticks. The dollar buys 143.46 yen, that's up 150 ticks. The euro's at 109.08, down 40 ticks, and the dollar's at 102.56, up 36 ticks. Gold at $20.41, down 32.40 an ounce. Silver's $23.16, down 79 cents. Platinum's at $973.10, that's down $12.40.
All right. You have a good one, Doug.
Yep, you too.
We'll talk to you again. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Ed Raymond's. Quality clothing and shoes since 1919. Red Wings, yeah, the shoes and boots, the Carhartts, Stormy Cromer accessories, all available right now at Ed Raymond's. 151 West Broad Street in Chesapeake, celebrating more than 100 years of taking care of business. Check them out at edraymond's.com. And by Legendary Tree Care. Hey, you need some tree trimming done? How about tree removal? Well, you need Legendary Tree Care to do the job because no job is too big or too small. They are fully licensed and insured, and they specialize in big projects too. LegendaryTreeCare.com. That's where you'll find them, or like them on Facebook. Standing up right now to talk to us is who, Jonathan?
Well, let's hear about what the Bean Commission's been up to. We say good morning to Joe Kramer. Joe, how's it going?
All is well. How are you guys this year?
Hey, we're doing real good. Joe, I imagine a lot of things coming up, but what should we be talking about when it comes to the Bean Commission and the bean industry?
Well, I think there's maybe three things. You got to keep your eye on this current crop, black bean in particular market. Continues to have some interest. We talked about before the turn of the year, some problems at the border, but feels like maybe we're making some progress there and getting some beans across. Slow going, and I'm worried I'm just a little worried about what that's going to do to the market. So pay attention. And then new crop continues to have some pretty decent contracts offered. So be sure you're talking to your favorite marketing people about that. And then finally, Terry, January 25th, we're back at the research farm for our annual canning evaluation and outlook meeting. So this is something we've been doing annually. We're going to boost it up a little bit this year because we're not doing a beet and bean symposium as we have in the past, and invites will be going out shortly.
Oh, good. And again, that date is when, Joe?
January 25th. It's a Thursday, and we're at the MSU Research Farm.
Boy, that week is going to be a busy week.
It is.
Wow. Yeah. All righty. Very good. Terrific. We'll look for the invite.
Thanks, Terry.
You bet. Thank you. Joe Kramer, Executive Director of the Michigan Bean Commission. We're going to take a quick break, and then who do we have up next, Jonathan?
Up next, we'll be talking with Travis Christian from Nutrien Ag Solutions.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor.
Why do I go by Shaw? Shaw stands for skilled hands at work.
And he lives up to the name as he uses his versatile tractor to
make my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R to
both vegetables and my flowers. It's exciting, putting yourself out there, learning something new.
And with a long list of easy-to-attach implements, ranging from a front loader to a box blade and backhoe, they both can make
the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1-Series tractor for just $130 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's 11 locations: Auburn Hills, Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. Along with us, Travis Christian with Nutrien Ag. First of all, Happy New Year to you, Travis.
Happy New Year to you. Thank you.
Well, things are off and roaring already. There's a lot of producers lining some things up for planting season. And the way things are going, we might be on the ground sooner than you think.
Absolutely. And shortly after that'll be the first pre-emerge application. And my research for this week has been working on figuring out, hey, how does spray water quality impact what we do with pesticides, whether that's a herbicide or an insecticide or a fungicide or maybe even foliar feeding. And I got to tell you, Terry, I've been shocked at the quality of spray water samples that I've seen roll across my desk with high pHs, really high hardness, really high alkalinity. And it has a huge impact on our pesticide spray performance. So, for a glyphosate or a glufosinate application, that's that's losing stability of the product if we get up into pHs of 8 or 9. And that happens a lot more than we think it does if we're spraying boron or we're spraying humic acid products. And so we have a whole line of products to help manage that quality, make sure we're not tying anything up, make sure that we're keeping those products that we're paying good money for stable. And your Nutrient Ag Solutions rep can help you this winter prepare for that by just pulling a water sample. It's really easy and helps us put together a customized application for whatever you're spraying and what your specific spray water situation is. And doesn't matter if you're in a well or a city water situation. I've seen really good and really bad on both.
Very interesting. We always talk about, making sure that the soil is tested, but now we're talking making sure the water is tested.
Absolutely. So if you're in a specialty crop market, Captan is super popular. Stable at a pH of 5, stable at a pH of 6, pH of 7, stable for 8 hours, pH of 8, 10 minutes. That pH of 8 is very common. And so by the time you make it to the field, it might not even be viable anymore.
Wow, very interesting. Travis Christian, we'll have to talk a little bit more about this down the road, all righty?
Absolutely. Thank you, Terry. Have a very happy new year, and thanks for having me on.
You betcha. We'll be right back. Do you have a yield monitor in your combine? Do you print off a pretty picture every year, but you don't know what to do with it? Why don't you have PC Ag Solutions analyze your data to help you make profitable decisions for the upcoming season? We can help you analyze your data from your planter, sprayer, or combine and compare it to your soil types and nutrient availability. Anything from the planting date to your speed, population, and variety to elevation, drainage, and in-season applications. We can help you make the most profitable decision on your farm. Call us today. 989-868-4444. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSG